We've talked about the theory of a floating front platform or joysticks coaxial rest. And so we got the kind of the theory out of the way. Let's go to the in practice. Okay, I've got one of my Kessler ZRs set up on my T-Rex. It's in pretty good shape as far as balance goes. So the process is really pretty simple. With this rest, you get 4 Allen wrenches. One's an 1/8 and one's a 5/32. And so the idea is to set the gun on the rest, and we adjust it in real time with the gun in the rest. All right, so really important. The joystick is part of the equation. You notice how that stick popped up when I took the joystick off? The weight of this joystick actually has a lot to do with getting your counterbalance right. So I'm out to the side here, and I'll lift it up, and it'll drop a little bit. I put it down, and it comes up quite a bit. It's actually up above center, so I'm overbalanced. So I'm going to reach down here, and that long set screw I told you about, I'm going to give it a turn out a little bit, maybe a half turn. All right, that popped up almost to the center. That fell down almost to the center, maybe a little beyond. I'm going to turn it back in just a little. The idea is to get that thing to stop in about the same place. Okay, a little more. There, I'm pretty good right there. So that stick is going to stay put in the middle. All right, so obviously, if you're running it down here, you don't want that thing to try to come up. So at this point, and also that stub the joystick is attached to is free to rotate. So that's where this hidden hole up in the front comes into play with your 1/8" Allen wrench, and I can feel it. I can feel that hole. It's directly under the silver bearing retainer, and I'll engage that set screw and just snug it down a little bit with your thumb. All right, so that does two things. That gives you some resistance on this shaft from rotating. It also allows the joystick to stay put where you let go. I always adjust my joystick to be relatively close to the center. That way you're getting the full benefit of being in balance. So as the shot breaks, there's no friction to overcome, and so it's going to repeat, it's going to track perfectly, nothing's going to move around. So what I'll do is with this rod, it adjusts the vertical. So I'll go ahead and plant my hand on the ground, and I'll hold the stick where I know it's in the center. And then I will adjust to the center of my target here. So I've always got control on the stick. And at that point, just lock it down. Again, you do this while you're looking through the scope. So there's really nothing to guess. The joystick is centered. You can see it's horizontal. I've got good control with it, and I've got a full range of motion. And no matter where that stick is, a little bit above or below, it's going to stay put when that rifle recoils, and it's going to track straight back and go right back to battery.